Easter is about moving from the law, where one could have stayed desolate for the rest of your life, into resurrection life. You see, under the law, every one of us sinned. Or we may not feel like criminals, but we will have sinned and been guilty of death. But because of Jesus, everything has changed. Let me read from Colossians 2. Paul says to this great church, when you were dead in your sins and in the uncircumcision of your sinful nature, God made you alive. With Christ, he forgave 42% of our sin? 97? All. All means all. Having cancelled the written code with its regulations that was against us and that stood opposed to us, he took it away, nailing it to the cross. And having disarmed the powers and authorities, he made a public spectacle out of them, triumphing over them by the cross. Do you know, I love the hymns of Charles Wesley, and there's a brilliant one, "Oh, for 1,000 tongues to sing." One of my favorite verses. He breaks the power of cancelled sin and sets the prisoner free. His blood can make the foulest clean. His blood availed for me. That song was written on the first anniversary of Charles Wesley's conversion. It actually has loads of verses that we never sing. But that, to me, speaks so powerfully. In chapter 3 of Colossians, Paul then continues and says, since then, you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. Gareth was talking about this on Friday night. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. I love the Message translation of this. Listen to this. It says, so, if you're serious about living a new resurrection life with Christ, act like it. Oh, can I say that again? If you're serious about living this new resurrection life with Christ, act like it. Pursue the things over which Christ presides. Don't shuffle along, eyes to the ground, absorbed with the things right in front of you. Look up and be alert to what is going on around Christ. That's where the action is. See things from his perspective. Whoa, I love that. So why am I making this connection between the old and the new? Resurrection Sunday tells us that Christ has paid the price. However horrible the sin has been, he's paid the price. Yes? Yes. Are we happy with that? Yes. It's all right, you can talk to me. Yes. Okay. Let me try and describe it like this. I pray this is going to work. I think it might. Under here, I have a yellow box. Okay? Can you see my yellow box? It is a transformer. Now, I leave the technical side of this to my esteemed gentleman on my left. But a transformer is able to take power to places on building sites that need a level of power. Yes? Ish. Yes. Now, I want to prove that this is on. It's plugged in, switched on. Pat Kennett with a power tool. Wah-hey. Is he very heavy, this? Ow. Works? Are you all happy that this works? Okay. This thing is incredibly heavy. Oh. How much do we reckon it weighs? 15 kilos. That's significant. You'd have to do some serious press-ups with that. So this has the power to run tools. Yeah? You okay with me so far? What did Jesus do on the cross? If that is sin, yeah? It has the power to run all sorts of tools that Satan would love to use in my life. Condemnation, guilt, rejection, false expectation. All of those things. And he'll just run it for as long as that's there. God comes along, unplugs sin. Satan comes to you. Nothing happening. Box is still there. No power to the tool. That's what Jesus did. He disarmed the powers of sin in our lives.